And this is happening in Illinois, obviously, and there's a lot of pushback, specifically by not only the mayor there in Chicago, but the governor in Illinois, Pritzker. He spoke to reporters earlier this week, bashing CBP, which I want to get your thoughts on, and not only CBP, Greg Bavino, which you just mentioned. The governor says the city, I believe he's talking about Chicago, deserves better.
While we are here standing in solidarity with one another and honoring our veterans, Gregory Bavino is out doing photo shoots, making fun of Little Village, and harassing our Chicago families. The question was about Greg Bavino and CBP possibly leaving Chicago. Whether it was the loss in the elections a week ago that's led to Donald Trump deciding to pull CBP out, or the fact that Greg Bavino is a snowflake on a day when you can see some snowflakes. Whatever it is, the people of Chicago have deserved better than having CBP and Greg Bavino in this city.
Okay, and staying away from strategy, whether they're moving, they're not moving, which cities, talk to us about what you just heard there. And what does that mean to you when you see politics get involved with law enforcement?
You know, it's absurd. It's absurd that a elected governor would stand up and tout, you know, just flat out lies against federal agents that are out there enforcing the law. If you look at the crime rate in Chicago and areas where, you know, United States Border Patrol and CBP has been, we have seen those violent crimes continue to decrease. But I'm here to let the governor know, and anyone else that wants to know, CBP is not leaving Chicago. We're not leaving Illinois. We will not be ran out of any city. As we continue to move our operations across this country to once again arrest those that are in this country illegally. We're not leaving Chicago, and so you know, the governor didn't run us out of Chicago. We're there today. We'll be there tomorrow. We'll be there next week, and continuing into the future.
You know, Chief, because you're not dealing with so many day-to-day border crossings, are you able to focus in on alleged cartel activity? Of course, we've seen the Trump administration go after these so-called drug boats, right, in international waters. What about folks who've made their way into the country?
And so absolutely. So once again, as we get that control on the border, we operate under a gain, maintain, and expand mentality. And so our operations are to gain control of a border. And as we gain control of that border, we will leave what we need to maintain that control as we expand that level of control across this country. And so absolutely, the complete disaster that was an open border under the previous administration has been reduced to about 95% of the traffic that we saw this time last year. And it's allowed us to go focus more on cartels, more on high-value targets, more on those that are in this country to do harm. And so we'll continue to arrest those that are, and as we expand our operation, we'll continue to go out and arrest those in this country. Once again, I just want to encourage, and I would encourage, you know, politicians to keep the politics out of this. Stop using rhetoric. Stop using words like Border Patrol is kidnapping. Border Patrol is disappearing citizens. First of all, citizens aren't deportable. It would be against the law to deport a citizen. But if you are in this country illegally, you should take advantage of the opportunity to leave now under many government programs that we've made available. If not, you can expect that you will be found, you will be arrested, and you will be deported. And so once again, as we get that border under control, you know, 95% decrease in traffic, the goal is complete operational control, meaning no one crosses that border without being apprehended and a consequence provided. We're going to continue to expand our operations across the United States. And once again, we're unapologetic in enforcing our laws. That's what we swore an oath to do. That's what our mandate is, and we're going to enforce the immigration laws of this country every day in any city, no matter what name they give themselves. And it would really be helpful to me and my agents if we could stop having the rhetoric of words like kidnapping and disappearing being used, because all that's doing is empowering people and giving people the belief that they are in some way doing something right when they impede our agents, and they're not. They're violating federal law, and they're putting themselves at risk of imprisonment also.
Yeah, vilifying law enforcement obviously is not healthy for this nation, citizens as a whole, national security as a whole. We appreciate Chief Banks again. CBP not leaving Chicago. A presence will still remain there, confirmed. Chief Banks, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.